This laptop right here has NVIDIA RTX 5050 GPU, and I think it is the best mid-range GPU you can get right now. What's up Binusha fam, welcome back to the channel. I'm Amin Khaliqi and today I'm gonna reviewing this laptop, Asus ROG G614PH with AMD Ryzen 9 8940HX CPU and NVIDIA RTX 5050 GPU. Let's dive in. But before we jump into all the juicy details, please do us a huge favor. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you don't miss out on our next videos. It's completely free and the way to support the channel and help us grow bigger and better. Alright, let's talk about design first. Now for those of you who have been with us for a while, this laptop might look familiar and you'd be right. We actually reviewed this exact chassis about a month ago, but with another spec, like AMD Ryzen 9 9955HX processor and NVIDIA RTX 5070 Ti. You can find the link to that review in the description below if you want to check it out. So we are not gonna talk about the design too much, as it's largely the same as the laptop we reviewed earlier. However, there are some subtle differences on this particular model, most notably this 4-zone RGB keyboard. This keyboard is different from G614FR we reviewed about a month ago. That laptop had per key RGB keyboard. This one has 4-zone RGB. It is okay because this laptop is a lot cheaper than that model. It's about half a price of that model, around $1,300, $1,400. And because of that, it is okay to have 4-zone RGB on this model. But we all know per key RGB is better. So let's talk about display. This laptop right here has a FHD Plus 165Hz display. It's an IPS level panel. It is okay. The color accuracy is good, around 100% of sRGB. But my only gripe on this laptop is the brightness. It has almost 300 nits of brightness, which is okay for this kind of laptop at this price, but we expect more from ROG brand. If you are making a laptop with the ROG branding on the chassis, you have to give us better screen. It is your premium brand Asus. It is not Asus stuff. It is Asus ROG, Republic of Gamers. Give us the best you got, not the meh screen you got. But it is okay. The FHD Plus resolution is okay because we have RTX 5050 in this laptop, and if you want to get best possible frame rates with this GPU, you have to play on FHD Plus resolution. So the resolution is okay, the color accuracy is okay, the refresh rate is okay. My only problem with this screen is the brightness. Please fix it. You can also find some other models of this laptop with better screen. The other model, it has a 2.5K 165Hz screen or 240Hz. That screen is a lot better if you want to do content creation stuff or you have content creation workloads, and that model is better. But if you want to play and don't want to break your bank, this is better for you. Now for the heart of the machine, performance. This G614PH is powered by the AMD Ryzen 9 8940HX CPU and NVIDIA RTX 5050 GPU at 150 watts of TGP. This TGP on this laptop is the highest TGP RTX 5050 can get. I know last year we had 140 watts of TGP, but I think you may know that RTX 4050, 4060 and 4070 from last year couldn't get over 150 watts. This is why this laptop and RTX 5060 and 5070 are all capped at 150 watts of TGP. So it is the highest NVIDIA allowed, and it is not a problem with the laptop. On top of that, you are getting a generous 32 GB of RAM and a 512 GB of storage, and the best part, both the RAM and the SSD are upgradable with 2 available slots, giving you plenty of future proofing. I personally think this combination of the Ryzen 9 and the RTX 5050 is one of the most reasonable and balanced pairings you can get right now. The Ryzen 9 is incredibly fast, handling demanding tasks with ease. And the RTX 5050 is a fantastic mid-range GPU with 8GB of VRAM. I genuinely believe this GPU is going to be one of the best mid-range options for the next 3 to 4 years. As for our benchmarks, we were really happy with the results. We found the RTX 5050 to be easily comparable with an RTX 4060. In fact, stay tuned to the channel because we are working on a dedicated video where we'll do a head-to-head comparison between the RTX 5050 and the RTX 4060. You won't want to miss that. So let's talk about benchmarks. In Cinebench R23, we got more than 30,000 scores, which is a lot higher than I expected because this laptop can easily beat out Intel 14900HX processor. I mean, if you want best CPU performance, you can get, or should I say, you should get this CPU model. We also tested Cinebench 2024 in this machine and we got almost 1700 scores, which is great. And for the single core, we got 113 scores, which is good too. As for the Geekbench, we got almost 16,500 scores, which is great for a Geekbench on an AMD CPU. And also we tested Time Spy that can show us how well 3D applications and game will work on this machine. And we got 10,200 scores. 10,200 scores on RTX 5050. It means we are getting RTX 4060 level of performance on cheaper laptops, which is great. We also tested STL Nomad and DLSS in 3D Mark, and as you can see on the screen, the scores were good and I was happy with it. I should note that with this GPU, you can get DLSS for multi-frame generation, or you may say it, fake frames. We can get fake frames with this GPU, but we can't get as much of a fake frames with RTX 4060. And because of that, I think you should consider buying this GPU over RTX 4060. As for the SSD speeds, we got 6.7 GB for the read and 3.6 GB for the write. We also tested Adobe applications in this machine and we got 4 minutes and 20 seconds in Adobe Premiere, which is great, and 4 minutes and 10 seconds in Adobe After Effects, which is great again. I mean, we are testing this laptop in Adobe applications and we don't expect this laptop to perform this well in Adobe applications. I mean, it is doing great. We also tested some games in this machine like Cyberpunk 2077 in 5 different scenarios. In all different scenarios, we got good results and good frame rates. As you can see on the screen, we can get up to 150 FPS in average, which is great. We also tested Rainbow Six Siege in this machine and we got in 3 different scenarios and we got great results too. With Ultra Plus preset, we got more than 100 FPS in average, which is great, and I think this laptop is doing great. I mean, more than great. We also tested Fragpunk in this machine in 2 different scenarios and the performance is just good. It is a CPU demanding game and the CPU performance for this laptop is just great. We also tested Red Dead Redemption 2 and in Red Dead we got good results too. I mean, almost 70 FPS in average. It is great. We also tested Shadow of the Tomb Raider in benchmark and we got more than 120 FPS. We tested Wukong in 2 different scenarios and we got almost 100 FPS in recommended preset, which is great. And also we tested Marvel Rivals, which is a almost newly released eSport title, and we got almost 100 FPS, which is great. And in recommended preset, we got more than 90 FPS in average, which is great. We also tested Call of Duty Warzone. It is not optimized. I don't like this game a lot, but here are the results as you can see on the screen, and it is what it is if you are a Call of Duty Warzone fan. Beyond the core components, a lot of the other features on this G614PH are very similar to G614FR. So if you want a more in-depth look at things like port selection, cooling, and audio, I highly recommend checking out that video after this one. Again, the link is in the description below. In conclusion, I can say I really enjoyed using RTX 5050, especially in this laptop because it's a ROG laptop and it is the best and optimized version of RTX 5050 Asus can do. And I have nothing to say, just saying I loved using this laptop, and thanks NVIDIA, because at least this time for this exact GPU, you did something right. You upgraded the 6 gigabytes of VRAM on 4050 to 8 gigabytes on 5050. And you could do the same for 5070 and gave us 10 gigabytes of VRAM, but you didn't. I really enjoyed using this laptop, and I think RTX 5050 will be one of the most popular GPUs in gaming markets and gaming laptops because you can get the best value to performance with RTX 5050. And I really enjoyed playing games and working with this GPU. What do you think about RTX 5050? Tell us in the comments below. If you are buying a new laptop, would you go for RTX 5050 or 4060 or even 5060 with a higher price? Tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.